Hey guys, welcome back to another Division 2 video. Today I have got something to help out the biggest potato aimed player. So if you can't hit a barn door at 10 paces, this is the build you need to be looking at, because I'm going to turn you into a sharpshooter, and this is going to make people think you've got an aimbot on. Even on console, when you kill people, people are going to be saying you use Cronus Max. 100%, this build's for you. Right, so the first thing we're looking at is the sharpshooter, even on console. So if we have a look what this actually does for you. Now, don't use the medkits. The medkit sucks. 50% armor to be a bit more resistant to bleed, poison and burn. It's awful. Make sure you don't spec into that. But what it does do, 30% increased reload speed. Amazing for PvP and amazing for normal farming and PVE. This one, 25% increased headshot damage. So really good damage if you can hit headshots. Now, you probably couldn't hit headshots before, but trust me, with this build you're going to be able to rip your headshots. Flashbangs, I like a flashbang. It's really good at suppressing NPCs, and also if you throw one at a player and then push on them, again you're going to be lighting people up. And then this one is obviously the absolute best part of this for the potato aimer, which is 30% increased weapon stability, reduced recoil, and faster requisition of targets. So you'll be able to lock onto people faster. So everything else is pretty much irrelevant. Down here you've got if anyone is ahead of you, then they're gonna get 10% extra headshot damage, which is always nice. You get extra armor when you're in cover, and this one's absolutely useless. So all the rest of it is no good, but this is what you want. So moving on, let's have a look at the guns. So first off, we've got a military G36. And the talents that we've gone for in here is steady-handed. So landing a shot adds a stack of 2% weapon handling. The max stack is 15. And at max stack, each shot landed has a 5% chance to consume the weapon handling, but refill the magazine. So essentially, if you're hitting all your shots, you can constantly fire. That's the theory anyway. And then optimized. For a 15% weapon handling bonus. Now again, if you don't know, weapon handling gives you a bit of everything. So it's like stability, accuracy, reload, really good. And then we've got overlap. Well holstered, your equipped weapon gains handling bonus based on this weapon type. So this one's an absolute beast. If you can handle the difference when you get this build all together, if you can handle running optimist, I would run it instead of steady-handed personally, just because it essentially works out to be a flat 13.5% weapon damage increase, and the rest of the build makes it really stable. But this is the most stable you can make your assault rifle. So just looking at the mods, I've stacked everything into accuracy. So accuracy on the sight. Obviously I've got the extra 10 mags on the extended mag, extra 10 rounds. I haven't got the extra 20 rounds blueprint yet, but I am still looking. The vertical grip, again 10% accuracy, and 10% accuracy on the large suppressor. So moving on to the LMG. Again, the military L86 isn't the choice of LMG. I'd much rather have a black market M60, or yeah, I mean this is the one that I would usually use, just for the increased damage, and the bigger sustained mag of 100 bullets is always going to be better than the 40 bullets, but bear with me. So I've got the perfect talents on here. Now I'm running unhinged on it, which sort of counteracts the build a little bit, which is you receive 20% extra weapon damage at a cost of 25 handling, but you are getting so much handling that hopefully you can handle it. If not, don't use unhinged, and again put optimist onto your LMG, because again that's going to be a flat 13.5% weapon damage increase is what the numbers work out at. Again, the second talent you want weapon handling, so optimized, that's 15%, and the third talent you really want is rooted. While equipped and in cover, all skill damage and healing is increased by 25% for 10 seconds. The buff is lost when you're exiting cover, and then you can get that buff once every 25 seconds. So again, because we've got so much skill power, we actually have really good heals with this build as well, so it's a bit of an all-rounder. But yeah, I will be going down the shooting range and telling you how well this handles. And then on the third gun, you can use whatever you like. Again, I'm using optimized for the weapon handling, and the main thing is the protected reload. I like having that, especially if I'm reloading an LMG and it takes its sweet time. The extra 10% armor is really good every time we reload. So onto the mask. Now, the main talent you want on here is dialed in. While aiming, stability is increased by 25% of your weapon's accuracy, which is why, remember, we had all of the accuracy mods onto the assault rifle, and we didn't do it with the LMG because the first few bullets of the LMG does kick. It might not do if you're not running unhinged, if you switch to optimist, but that's why I had the stability mods on there. But because my main weapon is actually the assault rifle on this build, that's why I've stacked it into accuracy, so that the stability also gets a big kick from this talent dialed in, because essentially any time you're aiming down sights, you're getting extra accuracy when you're shooting. Now, if I had a dream roll, I'd actually use this Yole mask, because again, the first brand set talent is an extra 10% weapon handling, but I also need a talent where I can roll dialed in, so I need a passive talent, an active talent, sorry, to actually get that on, and I haven't got a Yole mask with an active talent slot, so I can't roll that. But soon that will be a Yole mask with dialed in. Onto the backpack, I'm using the Petrov, so an extra 10% weapon damage when I swap in between weapons. And then I've got the attributes, I've got skill power, health, armor and weapon damage. The main talent that I wanted is on the ropes, and then you can have anything on the bottom talent there. I'd recommend armor. If you get hardened, it's extra 10% armor. But again, I needed the skill power to get my heals better, so that's why I've gone for that there. Onto the chest piece, and we're running a Gila guard, so it gives us 5% total extra armor. And then the attributes, I've got 15,000 armor, 750 skill power and 6.5 weapon damage. The talent's unstoppable force, so when I kill an enemy, I get 2% weapon damage for every 25,000 max armor. And the talents, the mods on here, I've got 5,500 extra health, extra 4% incoming healing and armor on kill. Now I've got 4.2 armor, 3% protection from elites, and 3% total armor. And then my offensive slot, I've got weapon damage 2%, assault rifle damage 3%, and LMG 3%. So essentially it's an extra 5% weapon damage for both of my weapon types. Now onto the gloves, I'm using ongoing directive. I'm using the 2-piece so that I get an extra 20% weapon handling, and now you see where we're going with it. The attributes is 142 skill power, 11% assault rifle damage, and then a utility mod on there, which is just to try and get that skill power up. The increased shock duration and bleed duration is nothing for me. Onto the holster. Again, this is the second piece of ongoing directive, and the attributes is 422 skill power, 8% cooldown reduction, and I have actually got a holster which is up to 23% cooldown reduction, so I'm going to re-roll that onto here so that I get my skills back way quicker. The mods that I'm using, again, all utility on ongoing directive, so 169 skill power, 1.5% extra outgoing healing to help my friends out. The hive power, skill power does nothing for me. 122 skill power on the next one, 3% increased burn, and 1% increased blind. Well, the blind at least helps with my grenades, but 1% you're not going to notice it really. I'm just using those numbers because they're the highest mods that I had to get the skill power up to where I need it. And then on to my Fenris knee pads, and I'm using these obviously because the one piece Fenris brand set gives you 10% assault rifle damage. The attributes I've got is 9.2k armor, and then the talents I've got is hard hitting to elites, and then the main one is braced. Now this again is just to help you with your aim, because when you're in cover, weapon handling is increased by 25%, and that means that you can just absolutely shred. You just beam. And again, I'll go show you down the shooting range in a second how well all this actually stacks and works together. So that's pretty much it. Onto my skills. I'm using the Fixodrome, and then what I've got is a cooldown reduction, and then that's 19.7%. I needed 1482 skill power to unlock that, so that was nice and easy. And then I've got extra armor repair, 19.5%, and that's 1957 skill power to unlock that. And then another 18.6% armor repair, which is 1864. So this following you around does loads of healing, and especially when you consider you stack it with rooted, not that one, the third talent here, rooted. While equipped and in cover, all skill healing is increased by 25% for 10 seconds. So again, if I drop a chem launcher and then pop my Fixodrome while I'm in cover, and then I sit there for a second, I'm getting all the extra aiming from my knee pads with that talent on there, and then I'm also getting all the 25% increased healing on 2 healing skills. So onto my chem launcher, I'm obviously using the healing, the reinforcer chem launcher, and then I've got a 44.7 healing mod on there, so that required 2237, and then extra ammo I've only got 2 because I couldn't quite get to +6 here. So in an ideal world I will find a better mod than this one soon, but at the moment I'm gonna have to just be happy with the 5 chem launchers. But because they don't stack anymore, I haven't actually noticed too much of an issue with this so far. So 5 chem launchers is absolutely fine. Cooldown's 18.3 seconds. Yeah, so that's essentially the build. Let's go down the shooting range and I'll quickly show you how well this actually performs. Right, so we'll change these up to elites. Right, and starting with the assault rifle. So out of cover, I'm just going to aim at the head, pull the trigger, and I'm not going to use the thumbstick at all. Okay, so a bit further away, again just aiming at the head. Ooh. Pull the trigger, I'm not going to use the thumbstick. Right, so you sort of see what I mean. And also you notice the ammo going up occasionally when you're at your max stack and it kicks in, which is also really nice. It gives you a full clip out of nowhere sometimes. But all of this isn't actually aiming at all with the stick. Right, and that's without braced on your knee pads. So now I go into cover, you see braced, that sort of little line, the third talent down there. Now when I do this, I mean, the assault rifle doesn't move. It's completely locked into place, which is why I was thinking this might even be better if you try Optimist as your top talent, because you're going to get that more weapon damage. So you can see on the assault rifle it absolutely beams. Now onto the LMG, you see you've also got this little range. I would always aim for sort of bodies LMG on console. It just makes it a bit easier. And you see unhinged takes it a little bit away from you, so you have just got to control it a little bit. Again, if this is too much, then by all means use optimist instead, but I mean it's pretty good. That's me trying to just not aim on the head, just holding the trigger, right, holding the trigger on the head. See, no aim. It does drift off slightly, but like I say, that's because you've got the -25 weapon handling on there for, or -20 weapon handling on there from unhinged, but it still absolutely melts. And my heals are obviously insane. So yeah, that's it for the build. Let me know what you guys think. As always, if you liked it, do us a favour, hit that like button, share it, subscribe, and if you didn't like it, as always, you can go eat a big one, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace!